And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live. Oh wait, no, it's me. I'm live. You're live. No, I'm live. I am you. You are me. We are we. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Hello. Good afternoon. Happy 2020, which does not in any way whatsoever remotely describe my vision, which is about 28,000. I cannot see anything. This is really how I should live stream without my glasses. I cannot see a thing at all. I am taking swimming lessons. I do know how to swim, but I don't know why I'm bringing this up first, but I wanted to exercise more. I do exercise quite a bit. I ran the marathon last year, but I would like to develop some more full body fitness, and I thought swimming might be a good thing for me to try. Both of my kids are very good swimmers, and I noticed they could swim much better than I can. So I went to sign them up for swim lessons, and I signed myself up for swim lessons. They are stage 4 and 6. I am in level 3. Why was I talking about this? Oh, because I had to take my glasses off, and I can't see anybody in the class. I can't see the teacher. Putting on goggles. It's very awkward. And I actually, I've discovered the teacher thought I was left-handed, which I am right-handed, because I was breathing in the wrong direction. So much to talk about with the swimming lessons, but that is not really what I'm here to talk about today. I am here on the coding train in 2020, to do a lot of new tutorials and coding challenges and fun stuff, and hopefully upgrade the systems and various things with which I engage with the community here. Just a quick shout out to Coding Garden with CJ, who is in the chat. I was watching CJ's stream this morning, and he has some really incredible systems that he's built to interact with the community and manage content, which is really inspiring and wonderful. I encourage you to check that out if you haven't. Somebody post CJ's a link to CJ's channel in the chat if you could. The reason why I'm also mentioning this is because one of the big things on my list of topics today is talk about the new coding train Discord. And a lot of what I'm doing with the Discord has been modeled from Coding Garden's Discord, which is a quite vibrant, growing, if you will, community. So I wanted to show the Discord and talk about the Discord in a moment. But I have one other random non sequitur. I have two other. Well, one's not a random non sequitur because it is the sponsor of today's live stream. Whoops, wrong button. Come back here. Dashlane. So I will talk a little bit more about Dashlane during the intermission of the live stream, but you can check out Dashlane at dashlane.com/codingtrain. It is a password manager. I can't live in this world without a password manager. And if you don't have one, you can get a 30-day free trial to Dashlane Premium just by going to that link, and also a discount if you choose to purchase Premium. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to mention and bring up is I felt like I was going to try to spontaneously segue into this organically, which is what I did with the swimming thing, which I did not intend to talk about. But I just wanted to mention something new that I'm also doing in 2020. Let's see if I can go to Money Paws Rescue, as I am fostering a dog, and I hope to foster more dogs. Currently, let's see, adopt with this is not a sponsor. There's no official relationship here between. Oh, you can't see my laptop. Here we go. Willing says I could go, and BTB suggests I could get prescription swimming goggles. I know. Is it worth it? I mean, maybe I should. I don't know how expensive that is. But I will consider that. I love seeing all the Coding Garden emojis in the in the chat. I wish there was a way, like in Discord, I'm enjoying how you can kind of share some of the emojis across different servers. But okay, I'm off track. I'm off track. I'm off the off track. I'm always off track. That's what the coding train does. It veers off track. And now I am off the off track, which is, if I get off the off track, we know where everything is lost. We're in big trouble there. So I wanted to just mention, I don't know if you're in the New York City area, if you're thinking about adopting a dog or fostering a dog. The dog that I'm fostering right now is Rover. There he is. You can recognize Rover from the Coding in the Cabana set. It's not really a set. It's actually a very small garden where I live in Brooklyn. That's Rover. He is 9 months old, we think. That's what Muddy Paws has put his age at. He was found tied to a tree and rescued by Muddy Paws in Kentucky and brought to New York. Look at Grandpa. And he's currently living with me and my family, but on Saturday, I don't know if like news here or calendar, probably under calendar, if you want to meet Rover, you can go to their adoption event, which is this one. No, this one. Adoption event pre-scheduled. I guess he's at the pre-scheduled meetings and the walk-up. Now the dog's there. Okay, I just wanted to mention that. Hopefully I'm going to continue to foster more dogs. I don't know if I'm ready for the full commitment of, I have 2 cats, as you know. You can follow them on Instagram at Mango and Goose on Instagram. This is what I've become. It's just that I have a platform now. It's grown over the years. It's kind of exciting and fun, and I can like promote my random weird stuff. And people will watch and listen. I don't know, it's a little bit weird, but that's what I'm gonna do. But I will get to the coding stuff and all the things that you're actually here for. Jordan says, I missed the train. Chugga, 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 choo choo. By the way, I'm wearing a new shirt. It's a pineapple shirt. I'm wearing a sweater because it's winter, but it's already, the temperature just keeps going up and up in this room as I stream. So I'm sure this sweater will come up eventually. Cassandra says, thanks for fostering a dog. Thank you for writing. Thank you for fostering a dog. And there we go. I wake up now this morning I woke up at 5:45 a.m. and took Rover on a walk at 6 a.m., which I would, I wake up early anyway because I got kids, I got to go to school, I got lots of stuff to do. But there's something about, it's dark out, it's New York City, there's nobody, it's very empty on the street. I have to say, I feel so like, it's kind of corny, but alive and awake. By taking this, it's a very large dog, which is a little bit tricky to handle. I don't have a lot of experience, and Muddy Paws has been very kind to give us tips, and we're sort of trying to train him, and he had all sorts of issues to start because he had been living outside, and he didn't know like what it means to go on a walk. But anyway, I could talk about this forever. I'm gonna stop now. As Chirag says, let's start coding. I would just say it's not so likely that I'm going to start coding anytime in the next few minutes, but I will get to it hopefully by 2 o'clock. I'll be here for a couple hours today. All right, so what were some of the other things? All right, let's get to the big news. Big news. I am revamping and relaunching a lot of things related to the kind of community interaction, membership, supporter stuff. So I guess I'm going to talk about both of those things together. Let me just pull up the Discord because that's really where it's all happening. So this is the Coding Train Discord server. I am a complete and total Discord noob, as the boomers would say. Oh wait, this is buzzing. I must catch this Pokemon for a second. Is it gonna catch it? Is it gonna catch it? Oh, it caught it. I wonder what it is. All right, I'm just gonna be doing this because the camera doesn't shut off as much. I don't have a button to press. I need a button to press every 30 minutes. This might be a little bit more often than every 30 minutes. I think I'm gonna have to put that away. I have a problem. I know it's 2020, and I am holding a Pokeball Plus, catching a Pokemon Go tethered to my phone. And I am a 46-year-old human being on this planet doing that. Okay, Got to catch them all. I do need to go to the barber shop. That's not what Lucas said. He said nice beard, but that means I don't like doing it. Okay, Discord. So I'm totally new to Discord. Previously, there were two things that existed previously. There was an unofficial Discord, which is what you're actually seeing here, which was set up and maintained by Nola12222, some number of twos, by their username. I also ran a Slack channel, which was a private Slack channel for YouTube members and patrons, and sometimes I would invite various other people there if they were contributors or collaborators in some particular way to the coding terrain or related things. So in 2020, I have decided, along with a lot of people's help, to consolidate these two things. So there is no longer a Slack channel for the coding terrain. It still exists, and somebody could post there, and I'd probably get a notification somewhere, but I am deprecating that. In lieu of this Discord. So this was an existing Discord. A lot of you may be watching or already were members. We redesigned it a bit. A lot of help from Sai, the coding terrain community manager, who is pictured in the top right up there under the conductor role, as well as various Discord experts and moderators, notably Kobe L and Noah, and then a lot of other people who are there under Station Manager, which is the moderator, because I'm trying. By the way, I spent way too much time on a Wikipedia page called like List of Railway Occupations, trying to figure out how to name things. I really should have gone with the garden thing. It's so much, you got plants and buds and seed. All that is great. This train stuff is very confusing. I mean, I had the rainbow. The rainbow was a good start. I could have gone with colors. So many options there. This is now publicly joinable. Please, there's a link in this video's description already underneath a couple things maybe. But if one of you who is a moderator could post the link to the invite in the chat right now, you can join. And so there's a lot of stuff to figure out in terms of how this is going to work. What I would ask of you, and this is an ongoing working document, I would say, is please when you join, read the welcome channel. So the welcome channel, and thank you, I'm like constantly referencing Coding Garden today, but thank you to CJ and the Coding Garden, who has a wonderful welcome channel of which we took some inspiration from to design this. So this has a little bit of guide to what the different channels are. I think the thing to highlight here is that if you're looking for coding help, this is now a place in addition to lots of other places. Previously, if anybody ever emailed me or tweeted at me, I would usually say, go to the Processing Discourse, which is a forum online. And if you have P5 or processing questions, that's really your best bet. So I still would say go to the Processing Discourse for general questions and discussion. It's a kind of official place to get help. But I also now have these Discord channels, and there are some things here that come up on this channel. Python really probably shouldn't be that, or related to Git, related to machine learning, related to Node.js, that you could also ask here. So try to use these categories. Try to, there's a nice community of people answering questions there. I don't know. I've been very active in it, like today and yesterday, because I'm on break now from NYU. But as soon as that goes back into session, I'll probably disappear for the large part, but we'll be checking in and participating. There is also, you can't see it, but there is, let's see, what else should I highlight? If you've ever wanted to get a notification from me when I'm thinking about when I might live stream, I do hope to get a regular schedule going. I think I might switch to Thursdays. This semester, once I get the sort of rhythm of things going. But, and Infi is asking, will there be a channel for normal web JavaScript rather than P5? Sure, we could add one for, I don't want to have too many, but if there is a lot of JavaScript questions that don't relate to P5 or Node, I think that could make sense. So I'm game for that. I could see somebody wanting to ask about async and await or something. So yes. Python could change to other. Oh, I think, all right, let's not talk about that too much. So that's that. What else? So in this channel schedule, what I'm going to now do is There is a role. If you're not familiar with Discord, hello. Me neither. Welcome. Thank you for learning about this with me. But there's a thing called a role. So you can self-assign. We haven't set this up yet, but you'll be able to self-assign yourself the role at notifications. And then you can then receive a notification from me within Discord earlier than when a YouTube event will be created. So my process is as follows. I think I might live stream this Friday. What time? I don't know yet. I'm not really sure. It might be Thursday. That's just me in my own agony at home or in the middle of the night or walking this foster dog. Then eventually I get to, no, I'm really going to do it on Friday. And then I will come in here and post a notification like, hey, I'm going to live stream on Friday, not sure the time yet. And then I'll decide on the time, like, oh, it's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern time, probably. And then I'll be like, no, actually, it's really going to be 1:30. And then I'll post that and also make a public event. So the public event usually appears on YouTube when I'm really solidified into the time, because I hate to change that. Sometimes I wiggle, there's a little wiggle room there. I'll make it 15 minutes later, 15 minutes earlier. But my thought process will be, and it's not going to spam you. But so if you want to like be clued in a bit more on when I'm live streaming there. And I'll also use that for other things, like I'm launching a new merchandise store, which I could show you some images and things of stuff. I've mentioned it before. I don't want to like go too off the rails. The great thing about the train metaphor is the off the rails and off track stuff, which is very on the nose for the coding train. I also really am excited to do some tutorials around making a Discord bot or a coding challenge, and there is an open source train bot that NOLA set up. And there's the Coding Train Cafe Simon is mentioning. So there's going to be a lot more here to happen in the future this year. 2020 is the year of the Coding Train Discord. Okay. If you have questions and concerns, so let me go back to the welcome channel. So these are the different channels. If you choose to subscribe as a YouTube member, maybe I'll come back and talk about that. There are some additional channels, like we have a secondary live chat going here that I see separate from the YouTube chat, because the YouTube chat sometimes just has a lot of messages that I can't follow, but an important suggestion or tidbit goes in there. There are some rewards that you can get that are listed. I'm happy to have discussion about suggestions in either place. I don't like this idea of a tiered system. It's not something that I love, but there is a need for sort of curation, and there's a practical reality of how large a group can be. So it helps to have this sort of subset group. And I'll take a peek. There's a channel there where you can ask me questions. So there are different roles here. There's the conductors, the owner, and there's also Sai. There's the admins, which is Sai. So if you have any questions about the community or concerns, you could reach out to Sai. They speak for the Coding Train. And then there's lots of other people who are volunteer moderators and admins under dispatcher and station manager. Signal maintainer is for people who are part of like the production team, like Mathieu, who does the video editing, and Violet, who's been helping to manage GitHub repos, and Chloe, who's working on some projects as well. And then there's a role for community members who want to kind of take a volunteer mentoring, question answering role, engineer. With the train, I'm going with the train metaphor, not like some techie thing. Maybe there's a better. Maybe they should be a. I don't know. Ticket taker. That doesn't make sense. So that could be you watching right now. You could be an engineer, and you don't have to be an expert. You just have to be a thoughtful, helpful person who wants to spend some time answering questions and that. So the other thing that's really important for me to highlight this is that has existed for quite some time. It's in a GitHub repo, which is linked down here. But this is the Coding Train Code of Conduct. This is required reading for participating. We will take this very seriously. This is, there is a reporting process. So the reporting process for if someone is in violation of the Code of Conduct, there are two email addresses, info@thecodingtrain.com, which will go to Sai and me. This is my codingtrain.com email address and Sai's codingtrain.com email address. So if you're reporting a code of conduct violation on me, which is well within your right, I guess I would suggest sending that to Sai and vice versa, if that makes sense. But all of us are required and are sort of buying into this code of conduct. Okay. So and then you can. This I love this, which came from CJ. Maybe other people do this as well. But you can react with an emoji. You can pick your own emoji, and it's just so fun to see. I didn't know I'd become a person who loves emojis. I would ask actually, just to do a little education here, to not use the OK hand. There's no way for me to remove that, but the OK hand has unfortunately been co-opted by some organizations in the United States that use it as a symbol of hate. And so, it's no harm, no foul. I'm sure people don't know about it. There's a really good website, maybe I'll try to find it, that explains this in more detail that I was looking at recently, and the name escapes me. But and thank you to Random Hamster for the super chat. Hello. Okay, the self-assigning, okay. Kobe L tells me the self-assigning roles are working. So just so you know, I am logged in right now as a user called Coding Train Live, which you can see here, which is not my actual account in Discord. I just don't know it well enough that I don't want to make a mistake. So this is just a generic account that doesn't have access to the supporter channels or any of the admin channels, but you can see how to join here. But the thing that I'm going to try now then is I'm going to go here. So maybe I just need to make everything a little bigger also. And I guess I can turn off like all the people's names here on the side. I'm going to say, I do not have permission. Of course not. I do not have permission. Let's go to, where do we do it? Bot spam? Okay. So I think if in here I say TR subscribe, then now I have the notifications roll and I will be notified. That's wonderful. Oh. Did I subscribe or did I catch a Pokemon? I'm not really sure. You can actually remove reactions with your main account, right-click reactions, OK hand, X button. Okay. Hip Chocolate Chip asks, is this person a professor or does he do YouTube full-time? I do not do YouTube full-time. I am a very lucky, privileged person to have this full-time job at New York University where I teach. I suppose I have a professor. That sounds weird to say to me for some reason. I should get over that, I guess, at this point. I am actually broadcasting live from here. And this relates to the membership stuff because this is a very tricky line for me to walk. And I have a lot of freedom to do whatever I kind of want to do, but I really try to be thoughtful and think about what is appropriate and makes sense and how to think about the revenue that this Coding Train entity produces or that earns for me. And so, let me just start by, yes, I have a full-time job. Coding Train, YouTube could go away, disappear, be deleted. Coding Train could be canceled, and I would be okay. I think we would all be okay. The world doesn't, that Coding Train's a nice thing, but anyway. But the Coding Train for me, I'm running as a little bit of like a small business or a side job. It's very intertwined with my job at NYU, my work with Processing Foundation, which is a nonprofit. I'm going to put this away. It's way too distracting. And it does cost money for me to maintain, mostly in the form of me hiring people to help work on it with me. So that's one of the things mostly that you are supporting. Is the people that I have hired. I don't do all this myself. I started it that way, but the animations you're seeing, the logo, the community management, the video editing, the management of the GitHub repos, there's a lot of volunteers who participate, and I really appreciate that. I want to encourage a volunteer spirit, but I also think it's important to pay people for work, so there's a difference there. And so that's mostly what I am using the funds for. A lot of the equipment I use is borrowed or from NYU. This is a shared space that other people use to make video tutorials. I'm going on way too long about this. I should get off that channel. Oh, dear. Okay, what channel do I get? I'm just going to minimize this now. People are just, there's a lot of gray hair here. People are talking about my age in the chat. So I feel conflicted often about the supporting stuff. So I would say, but, what was it? So I also have sponsors. Those earn money for the channel. On some videos, I do enable the YouTube ads. One of the choices that I've made is that if it's a video that I'm using specifically for a course that I'm teaching at NYU or that I know is being used in school curriculum, and I know that could be anything really, but there's some that are really integrated in curriculum, then I turn the ads off. If you are a teacher at a school where you're showing the videos and there's ads on them, and that's an issue for you, just let me know. I'd gladly turn them off for certain playlists or certain videos. So that's sort of the state of things. So if you want to join and support, so if you have the means to support the coding train, first I would say ask yourself, is there another worthy cause? You have limited funds. Maybe the Processing Foundation is one. Maybe an organization that rescues dogs is another. There's lots of wonderful organizations, and maybe another content creator who you could support as well. But if you choose to support the coding train, right now I'm asking you to do that through YouTube. So if I go back to the Discord, and if I go under how to join, this would be the link that you would go to. And I don't know what this is going to take me to now.
It's me, Dan.
Okay, I got to update this video because I made it a while ago. So there are 3 different levels. I am now here to show you what you get. These are the stickers now that everyone will get in the mail. It might take a while, but Sai thankfully is helping with this. And some new stickers. This is an exclusive sticker, whatever that means. Won't be sold in the merchandise store. You can only get it if I mail it to you. It's also on my laptop here, along with some CJ stickers, some quick draw. This is OpenMoji project, which I love. Where is it? Can you see it? I don't know. So those everybody gets. At the $9.99 level, I just make it $10. It's ridiculous. I mean, nobody thinks it's really less than $10. You will have a box of these train whistles, wooden train whistles, that really don't make the right sound, unfortunately. I might try a different vendor. This is the one I got off Amazon, but it already says train whistle, and I don't know that these are produced. I don't know who makes this one, toy train whistle, but these, is it really 2 o'clock already? It really is. This train whistle, I'm planning with Sai and I are going to work on laser etching them. So at ITP where I work, we have laser cutters. There's also a UV printer, if anybody knows what that is, that I could try UV printing on them, whatever that is. There's actually this giant vinyl cutter that I'm also playing with where I can maybe cut and make my own stickers. So many things coming in the new year. And then under engineers, I'm making this nice little notebook, which I will talk about later. What are the membership perks? Moritz Horst is asking. I think I probably just covered those. 3 super chats came in. How do I find those? I don't know where I find those super chats. How come I don't see them? New stickers, says Alka. Indeed. All right. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Everything was going so well. I mean, it wasn't going. It never goes well. It's getting warmer in here. Thank you for tuning in and watching. All right, I got to get to some coding stuff now. Got to start doing the real deal. Play the live stream at 2x speed to get as low as a 14-second delay, says Alka. All right. So what do I want to program today? I had a list. I'm going to go find it. Oh, let me actually mention other thing about the Discord. Let me go to introductions. So if you're new, I can see that some people are already introducing themselves here. Oh, look at this. And there's a little bit of a template for that. If you have ideas for how to make this better. Where are you from? I'm just curious. A lot of people are students, or maybe you're a teacher. So that could say if you're a student or a teacher, or maybe you work somewhere. I'm always curious about that. I'm always curious how you found the coding train, your favorite or first coding language or something, other hobbies or interests you have. So please try to introduce yourself if you have a moment in the community. All right. All right. Looks like a lot of new. This by the way is a. Where is the a passenger log? Is the automated bot posting people as they join, which looks like a lot of people are joining now, which is super fun and exciting. I have a like. Is that not playing? Oh, music's playing. I have a intermission. Oops, why is it showing this? I didn't realize that the Dashlane banner's there, which is fine. All right, it's not intermission right now. I just need a moment. I should have a way of putting myself in front of this. It's fine. You can watch all the people join. Okay. Let me find my list of things. Oh, I think it's in the. I think it's in the video description actually. Here we go. Okay, this is my list. I'm not going to get to all of this. I mean, I'll be lucky if I get to like here. I mean, I have to do this. I've committed and agreed to that. I guess I've talked about all this stuff. So I think I'm going to start with going back and revisiting the Pose Classifier. Kobe tells me that 84 people have joined the Discord since the start of the stream, which is quite a lot of people. So, yeah. So, all right. So let me go to the website. First of all, thank you to Violet and some other folks who, apologies, a nice pull request from just different people's contributions, who have helped to redo the navigation of the Coding Train website, which is hopefully going to make it easier to find the videos you're looking for. So these are the 3 beginner playlists. These are additional lists of like different kinds of collections of learning content. There's a few things under this more category. And this says how to add your own community contribution. Let me mention, this project is alive and kicking. It is winter. I actually had time on Thursday, which is yesterday, to do the next Coding in the Cabana video, which will be on the Hilbert curve. Rodrigo says, read my question on the Pathfinder video. Okay, I might need a link to that. But it was too cold. I had no heat in the cabana. And it was like 22 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday. So I'm going to wait till at least, I think it's got to be in the 40s. Okay, so where I was going here is under ML5JS Beginner's Guide. So this was my 2019 project, which was to, this was my 2019 project, which was to really work on this series. And there's some great questions being asked in the chat that I would like to get to. Now I understand all of CJ's systems now and how they're useful. But I didn't get as far as I wanted, so I'm playing a little catch up on this series, and so that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to answer a couple of these questions. Is Coding in the Cabana always math related, or is there something data related? It's not always math related. I was sort of trying to start with the theme of things that are kind of algorithmic and nature related, but it could really go into anywhere. And actually, I would love to do something data related. There's a wonderful data set that is a data set on all the trees in New York City, which I could do something on. Someone can remind me, put that somewhere. Yes. Jazidan is asking, is there a site I can learn how to use P5? So not to toot my own train whistle, but I would say the place is right here under thecodingtrain.com under beginners, under P5JS. This is my beginner playlist. This is one of the ones that's used the most in curriculum, so it does not have any ads on it. And that fits with my budget just fine. Okay, all right, I'm really so confused about all this stuff. Or what am I doing? So, the video, learning ML5. So the next video to appear on this playlist, which is currently being edited from the recent live stream, is making a pose classifier. I would love to, somebody gave me a super, I don't know how to manage the super chat and then the question. Now I'm feeling all this like stress over it, but I do want to answer that question that came in, but I don't know what the question was or how to find it. I don't know what the Pathfinder video is. So please get in touch. Maybe I should just like disable my super chats. Anyway, ML5JS, because it also distracts me, which I'm easily distractible, as you know. So the next video that's coming out is about making a pose classifier. And Majdub is saying a suggestion, use ML5 Posenet to make a game based on your position. And so one of the things you could do with the video that I am about to release, with the example that I'm about to show you, is make a controller. So if you go back to my snake game example, you could make a controller where you control the snake based on a pose. But that video is not out yet, and one of the reasons why it's not out yet is I made quite a big error. I don't know if anybody noticed it. It worked anyway without this error, but I want to cover that error and fix the code and then record a quick green screen correction. And I have not tried C#, but I do watch Sebastian Lag on YouTube, who has a lot of C# Unity code, I believe. Okay. Triple dots in the live chat and click super chats. Thank you, CJ. Yeah, for some reason that's not. You know what it is? I'm on a weird page. So the chat that I'm looking at is actually in the YouTube dashboard streaming panel, and it doesn't have that option, which is silly. I should switch to a different page. So I will somehow figure that out at some point. Okay. So let me go here. Oop. Let me close this. Let me go open. I think what I'm looking for is, so let me just show you the deployed one to make sure this is working. Let's see if this still works. So I have a separate webcam hooked up. What is it seeing? Is that the outlet on the wall? That's just the outlet, okay. Okay, does it still work? Yeah. Still works, okay. So great, this still works, this is a project that I made in a previous live stream from a while ago. It's being edited probably into about a 30-minute video. So this is my process for a lot of content, which is that'll happen in a live stream, which maybe takes a couple hours, and kind of edit it down to the, try not to take out any of the coding parts, but if I'm stuck for 20 minutes, I'll just put the part at the end of the 20 minutes where I say what the error is. But the thing that I missed, and I'm going to go back to open, it really only matters, and I've already put it in the correction in this data collection example. So if you recall, or if you didn't watch, I had this kind of horrifying code, which is very painful to look at, nested callback hell, where I am using set timeout to give myself 10 seconds before I start collecting the data and setting the state to collecting. And then I collect data for 10 seconds, and then 10 seconds later, set the state back to waiting, and it times out. Okay. Thank you. CJ is giving me some helpful tips to different places where I can look for these things. The super chat stuff. Okay. So the issue is there's another part of the code, and I'm going to take this out. This is what the code looked like. In the got poses function, whenever, I guess I made the font a little bit smaller. Let me go back to 32. I think 32 is where I keep it when I'm streaming. In the got poses function, I can't believe I did this. Anytime I receive a pose, no matter what the state is, this function happens. There's a pose, there's a pose, there's a pose. And then I add the data. I never put a conditional in here to only collect the data once the collect. So it actually was collecting, if you can see, if it was collecting the data all of this time. Collecting. So I had a lot of so-called dirty data. It sounded weird, but that's, it's not clean. It's data that's not any good, that's just noise. It was in all of them, and the system was able to learn anyway, and it did fine. But the whole point of having that was to specifically collect during a defined period of time, which I did not do. Did anybody notice that? Did anybody message me about that? I don't think so. I looked at it like so many times because I thought there's no way I missed that. And nobody said anything, or that I didn't even notice. But I think that really, really, really did happen. So I'm here. So what I'm going to do, did I go over here? Do I still have this split thing, by the way? Let me just see if this still works. Yes. So this is, by the way, I'm going to use this today as well, so that I can be over here. Does it still do that focusing thing? Well, that's fine. OK. So I'm going to try to do a correction. Now, I'm a little bit afraid. Ordinarily, I do have a system going. Actually, maybe it's been a half an hour, right? I noticed I think Mathieu is watching. Mathieu, I'm going to do something really quick. I am going to go to, everybody just hold your train caboose. I was going to say hold your horses. I'm going to Google Drive. And I'm going to upload the first half an hour of the green screen footage just to make sure. We had an issue where I record a backup of me just with the green screen, and the telethon footage was unusable. It was just like, had so many dropped frames, and I'm a little worried that that's happening today. So I'm just going to go ahead and upload that. Someone could just tag Mathieu in Discord also, in case he's not like hearing this at this moment. Looks like here under vMix storage, there's it's been 30 minutes. Oh, I'm not recording yet. I haven't even started recording the disc. Well, good thing I thought of that. I haven't started recording, though there's nothing to check. Never mind. So I am going to, and I have to hit stop here. Fan is going crazy. Just ignore me, everybody. I am going to, question is here, tells me Rodrigo. Okay, I'm going to look. I can't resist. Let's see, Rodrigo, question. What's your, Rodrigo, I can't find it. Is it buried at the bottom? Is it recent? What do I do? Sort by newest message. There it is. Oh boy. Okay, Rodrigo. So I appreciate your question, and I see it. I don't think that I can debug this live right now, but no. Let me just find this question. If somebody could post this into Discord, we could discuss it later. So it's at rodrigo-culb.com/rota. And I guess I didn't get this correct. .br. There we go. So something about this. Oh yeah, there's an error. So there's an error here. I've lost all my different screens. We could take a look at that in Discord later. But that would be the place to post this, in the help channel, maybe under P5. Maybe we should have like a specific like coding challenges help channel. So if it's specific to an algorithm, that's one of the. It's not really. I guess it's a P5 question, but it's really coding challenge related. So why don't we add a coding challenge?
Here's what I found.
Go away. Why don't we add a P5 coding challenge related channel in the Discord, and we can post Rodrigo's question there. Okay. And thank you, Ednavidio. All right. What was I doing? I'm recording to disk. All right. We're going to record to disk. I'm going to start that now. I'm just going to assume it's working, and that it was a fluke before. Okay. Okay, close this. And so I guess I really appreciate people's super chats, and I understand it's a tool to highlight a question, and I will try to take an eye on it, but it's hard for me to do the live stream and debug code that comes in through a request that way. So I would prefer, the preferred way to support and get your question answered would be to do it through Discord. And if you wanted to elevate it, maybe I guess joining as a YouTube member, if you just did it for a month, that would be a way of doing that. Okay, if you reload the page, it works sometimes. So probably, we'll take a look. All right, okay. So I'm going to assume that the green screen thing is working. But first, I am going to just test out that if this improves anything. So let's go to, so what I want to do is if state equals collecting, only add the data if the state equals collecting. So I'm going to recollect all the data. Okay. Oh wait, so what do? I forgot the interaction. So I think I press Y, and it says, oh, I have to wait. It's going to say collecting in a second. Collecting. So now I'm really only collecting this. Okay. Now I'm going to do YM. Come on. Collecting, it's collecting, it's collecting, it's collecting. And finished. See? Boy, wow, it's really crazy how this camera takes forever to focus. It's collecting all this nonsense data with the unfocused camera. And it's done. That's weird how it never focused. C, A. Okay. And it's collecting, it's collecting, it's collecting. Oh yeah, I should really move around. I just got confused what I was doing. All right. Yes, round thing. Yeah, I did a terrible job. Let's just do this again. I'm trying to not take up too much time doing this, but all right. Let's do, yeah, so I'm not doing the C backwards. It's mirrored. The video is mirrored. I'm doing it the correct way. Y. Come on, focus. There we go. It's collecting the data. Collecting the data. Not collecting. Okay, Y. M. Come on, focus, focus. I think if I just stand like this, it focuses faster. All right, no, it doesn't. Why is it? This ridiculous webcam. There we go. M. Should move around. No one's saying. Not collecting. Okay. C. I'm doing it the correct way. Wait, let me see if I can get it to focus. Yeah. Collecting. Collecting. Okay, and then the last one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to turn off autofocus in this webcam. Somebody wants to figure that out. Some Logitech webcam. A. Collecting. Not collecting. Okay. Okay, so now, if I hit S, this now saved all the data. And then I'm going to go to my next example, which was model training. So this should, and then I just want to upload the data. New data.json, let's upload that. Let's change it to new data, and this should train the model. This is all the stuff I did before. Okay, so Clippy wants to know the model of the camera. It is a Logitech Carl Zeiss Tessar HD 1080p. Does that help? This is it. This is what it looks like. I don't know the model of it. Okay, so now it's trained the model and it saved it. So I'm going to go to, now I'm going to go to, yeah, I don't need to save this one. I'm going to go to deploy, and I'm going to create a folder, model 2, and I'm going to delete this old model. I'm going to rename these. And let's add files here. Okay. And now we're going to try running this by loading model 2. And let's see if this works the same way or better or the same or different. Oh, and luckily for me, I moved the camera. Good work. Good work, Schiffman. M, Y, A. Yeah, it's much more stable. I mean, the M and the A is a real problem because this is like all I'm doing differently. But Y. Oh, It's so much better than it was when I made the video. Oh my God. Oh, so I really, 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 really needed that fix. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Well, it's fine. The video will be fine anyway. People will be surprised when their version performs better. So now I need to record something that's just going to get spliced in. So let me go back to, I guess I can hit save here. Let me go back to the data collection one. And let me go to here. Okay. All right. Around things, I would suggest you make a, this is just, so yeah, so around thing, thank you for the suggestions. Those are good ones. So in theory, I don't know if this is true, but I'm hoping that the full playlist of all the videos will give people the basics leading up to being able to do this project. So there's a lot of dependency in this project, but we'll see. And this is basically my own version of the Teachable Machine project with ML5, and I talk about that in the video when it gets released. So thank you, Rodrigo, for pointing out that when you refresh, it sometimes works. Okay. All right. So now what I want to do is have faith that the green screen is working. Otherwise, what I could do is I could go to here, and I could record myself like this. I feel like I'm just like afraid. It's fine. I'll redo it if it doesn't work. It has to work. This stuff has to work. Okay. All right, here we go. So in case you just tuned in, what I'm doing right now is I am recording. I mean, this is live streaming, but the thing that I'm about to say and do is going to be spliced into a video tutorial about making a pose classifier that will come out hopefully early next week. Okay. It's time. I think it's better for me to wear the pineapple shirt for the edited videos. And it's so warm in here that I thought a short sleeve shirt would be a good thing. Up. Pokeball disconnected. Okay. This is my new shirt that I got over winter break. I'm very proud of it. There's no green in it, is there? Okay. Hi. How do I do this? How do I enter a video? Sorry for a second. I'm coming to you from almost several weeks, a month later, a really long time. Look how much my beard has grown, to issue a correction. I have made a very significant error in this video that you're watching. And I don't correct it any time throughout the course of this video. And the error is that I forgot to actually include an if statement here. In the got poses event, when I receive a pose, I should only actually call add data when the state is collecting. I was just doing it anyway. Sure, I set the state to collecting and waiting and then to collecting and waiting, but I didn't actually include a conditional. So I had a lot of messy extra noise in the data. So I just redid it now in the time that I'm talking to you right now and collected the data again, retrained the model, and performed so much better than it actually does in the video. And the code that's released has that small correction in it. Amazingly, it kind of worked anyway, as you'll see as you continue watching, but just note that correction when you go look at the code. It's an important detail. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of this video. How was that? that was perfect. Mwah, mwah. Oh, it's as if I rehearsed that for days, right? Oi. All right. We're just going to hope. Actually, Mathieu, what I'm going to do is, who's maybe not watching, I'm just going to see like where I am in all the archive footage records. It makes a new file every 30 minutes. So I'm just curious where we are in that 30-minute. So it made a new file at 2:19. At some point I can upload. Someone reminds me, and a little bit later I'll upload. I will upload that video just to check it, or I can just check it myself. I don't need to upload it. I can look at it myself. Let me look at it myself. Just talk amongst yourself for a minute. I'm going to go check this video, see how the frame rate looks. It's not playable. Oh, because it's still recording it. Oh. So let me stop it. Is that bad? I'm going to stop it. Only has 8 dropped frames. It's got to be fine, right? I'm too nervous. I'm going to check it. Yeah, it looks fine. I mean, I look ridiculous wearing this pineapple shirt with my overgrown beard. I think it's fine. Okay. All right, I'm going to send it back. Multi-quarter on. I am recording again. Okay. All right, so now, it's an hour. So I'm going to take a short break. And then I'm going to do my first coding project, and let me tell you what that's going to be. So what you just saw me issue a correction for, I'm going to make a follow-up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pose classifier, except it's not going to be a classifier. I'm going to have the output of the machine learning system be regression. So I'm going to control what amounts to a slider with my body. And I'll talk about what that is. And I think thanks to the inspiration from Dashlane, who is a viewer. Yes, I have a lot of white hair. Thanks to inspiration from Dashlane, who is a viewer, I am going to have color be the output, which I think will be interesting. I am going to also turn this Do Not Disturb on my watch on. Okay. Okay. All right, so. And very briefly, I'm going to thank my friends over at Dashlane, who are I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm out of practice. Who are the generous sponsor of today's Coding Train Live. So that's the URL you want to go to, dashlane.com/codingtrain. Let me show you why I love Dashlane. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to our Discord, and I'm going to open up the Discord, and I'm going to just throw caution to the wind. No, is this where I do it? Log out. Where do I log out? I'm going to go up here. Leave. No, not leave. I really don't know how to use this. Log out. There it is. You can't see. I'm going to click log out. And then I'm going to come back to my computer here. Oh, I like to log into the Coding Train Discord and see what's happening today. I know my email that I signed up. It's info@thecodingtrain.com. Oh, my password. I cannot possibly remember it because I am a person who uses different randomized passwords on everything, because I don't want, if one of my passwords gets compromised, for it to go across everything. I don't want to use dictionary words. I want good, solid, secure, random passwords for everything. How could I ever possibly manage that? A password manager. And there are lots of password managers that you could choose from out in the world. Whoa. What just happened? What just happened? Discord, did I take too long and it just went to a home page? It logged me in. Who is this? What just happened? Am I hacked? I'm in French? What is going on? I was talking about Dashlane and something crazy just happened. Wow. All right, I'm going to have to figure that out later because and I'm going to put in I'm going to go back to my spontaneous ad and I'm going to open up Dashlane. Let me start from the beginning here. I'm going to go to Dashlane. And now this isn't my actual Dashlane account because I don't want all my stuff to show up here. Somebody scan the QR code. Oh, 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 oh. Wow. That is wild. Wild. That is really quite amazing. Cover the QR code. Is it still, oh, it's still visible. All right. Well, somebody could get it. Can I refresh this page? Yeah. So hopefully it generated a new QR code. Now we see. So actually, there's no way for something that's really fascinating. That's kind of amazing. The people are crazy. So I have my Discord here, and there's my email. I'm going to copy it. And I have my password, which I'm going to copy. And I'm going to enter in my master password, which I can never seem to remember. I'm going to copy it. You only need one password, that master password, which is securely encrypted, not available for anyone else. And then I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to connect. And then, now I also, and this is not necessarily a feature of Dashlane, although it will help you with this, I have to find my phone, because I have two-factor. You should always use two-factor if it's available. So I'm going to I'm going to go to my Authenticator app and get my two-factor code, which I don't think matters. It's going to expire in just about a couple seconds. So that shouldn't matter. And I am logged in. Now, I did have to go to the Dashlane app and copy and paste these. But if I were logged into, if I were in the browser, sorry, I have a Chrome extension, a browser extension for Dashlane, and it will automatically fill it in. So for example, if I were to just log out here, like log out of here, and then click log in, it's actually being filled in automatically from Dashlane, and there you go. So, this is how prepared I am. So, there are, just click this here. There are existing systems like Keychain and Chrome, but you're kind of locked into a single system, and your passwords and info are trapped in one place. So there's no credit card required at sign up. Dashlane never has access to your personal data. It's an ad-free product. It can't see your data. And it works across every device. There's apps for mobile, a desktop. And so if you want to give it a try, go to dashlane.com/codingtrain. You will get a free 30-day trial of Dashlane Premium. So you can see all the premium features and try them out for 30 days. And then if you did want to purchase it, you'll get a 10% discount by using the coupon Coding Train as well. So thank you so much. The support of sponsors like Dashlane, as well as you, the supporters aligned, make everything that I'm doing here possible. Okay, so I'm going to take a short break. And I have a new break animation for you. And I'll be back. I'm just going to get a glass of water. You can sign up for Dashlane now because you have a few minutes. And I'm going to come back and do that tutorial. Where am I looking just to double check the chat and everything? Okay, let me get back to the YouTube chat. And then here we go. Okay. I'm going to mute my mic for a second, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Yeah, so some folks are asking about if they've come late, what's happened so far? Should they go back? I would suggest don't go back. I've really done nothing so far. Can't believe we're at the intermission already. I don't know that I'm really ready to go just yet, but I want to wash this whiteboard because I'm going to use it to do some diagramming. Which I guess I'll let you watch. The camera looks like it's askew, yes? You would think with all this sophisticated, expensive equipment, I'd have a camera that doesn't just like get knocked around. Fortunately, for everybody here, I do have a, where is it? Oh, a level. So I'm gonna just kind of put the level over here for a second. Yeah. And then, which way do I want to go? This way, right? That's better. Gotta tighten this up. That's better, right? How does this look? Do I look askew? It actually looks quite askew to me. I think that's better. Okay, how's the focus? Let's see. We find a marker. also fix this here. Have the mic in a better place. How's that look? Pretty good, right? Okay, everyone. Whew. I'll minimize the Discord. Close this. Oh, I'm not even in the right screen. We are going to do some coding today, everybody. All right. I'm good for at least another hour. So I'm going to get through this example. Oh, by the way, I should mention that I do have this plan. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, which is to focus on my Nature of Code book for the time period between basically January 27th and May 14th. That's the exact NYU semester. I am teaching a course called The Nature of Code, whoa, which follows the material in the book. I am working on rewriting the book in JavaScript. I do have a whole set of videos that go along with the book, but they were made many years ago where I look younger and the video quality is much poorer. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. If anybody wants to object to that, you could let me know. Okay. All right, so I am now going to make a coding example. Okay. I wonder if I could juggle these. Not too bad. Okay. We need to relax a little bit. 14,000. It always goes to this same page because it's very like perforated here. Look at that. It also like, that's weird. Translucent book there. Let's go to a different page. The other reason why I do this is it reminds me to go to the eye doctor because I cannot read it at this distance with my glasses on. I can read it at this distance with my glasses on, or I can read it at this distance with my glasses off. Or I could do this. 90,109, 22,578, 21,653, 76,800, 37,430. I wonder if you went back and looked at all the times I read the random numbers, if I just always end up like kind of going to the same page, doing the same sequence. Still looking for that original print. Still looking for an original first edition print of this book, A Million Random Digits with 100,000 Normal Deviates. I've talked about it. There's a Wikipedia page for it. You can find out the history of this book. And if anybody sees, can authenticate an original first edition print of this book on eBay or whatever kind of selling mechanism place that somebody would be selling one of these and has one, or a library somewhere, please, internet, let me know. I would like to purchase it for all the money in the world. Yes, something with this book is what I will do when I reach 1 million subscribers. What it is, I'm not sure yet. A coding challenge where I create an audio book version of this, something like that. Okay. Now, I'm just like afraid to do anything, which is why it takes me an hour and 23 minutes before I start actually coding. Fixing my hair. Hello, and am I recording to the disk? Let's just make sure. Yes. Okay. No, I don't need to do both. Hello, welcome to another Beginner's Guide to Machine Learning with ML5JS video on pose estimation with Posenet. I've made 2 videos so far. Just a little warm up, a little energy juice, little ginger chamomile tea energy juice. Hello, and welcome to another Beginner's Guide to Machine Learning with ML5JS video on pose estimation and Posenet. So this is the last one that I'll do in this series here about Posenet. First, I looked at just what Posenet is and how it works and how you can get the key points of a human skeleton. Then I took the output of the Posenet model, all of those key points, and fed them into another neural network to do pose classification, to recognize different poses that I made with my body. And in this grand finale pose video, I will do exactly what I did in the previous video with pose classification, but perform a regression. So the final output, instead of being a classifier, am I making a Y, M, C, or A pose, I will make a regression. What do I mean by that exactly? So to review, the setup I have is as follows. Oh, so close. Boy, the camera's lower than usual. It's wet. Oh, I'm such an idiot. What's wrong with me? This doesn't work. Oh, I've ruined the speeding up. The system starts with an image. It sends that image into the pre-trained Posenet machine learning model. That model performs pose estimation and gives as its output 17 XY pairs. wrist, elbow, shoulder, shoulder, elbow, wrist, etc., etc., etc. And then I take all of those and feed them into another neural network, an ML5 neural network, which then classifies those key points as Y, M, C, or A. So that's the process that I've built in the first two videos. And what I want to do here is change the final output. Give myself some more space. Whoops. I want the final output to be continuous. You can think of that as a slot. What am I saying here? I want the final output to no longer be categorical. It's not one of four option. The final output is any number. So you can think of it as the final output is going to control a slider, and that slider is going to have some sort of range. So what I did previously in other examples of regression in this full series, if you go back, is I controlled, I used a neural network to output a frequency value to play a musical note. So I certainly could do that here, right? I could train the machine learning model to play the note boo with this pose and boo with this pose, and I could actually have something that output like boo. So I could go and do that, and boy, wouldn't that be fun to watch. But I want to do something different. That I'll leave as an exercise to you. Make a gesture, a pose-based musical instrument. I am going to control color, and this comes from a project that I referenced, inspired by a viewer, Dashlane, who made a project that does an output. So specifically what I want to demonstrate here is that the regression output doesn't have to be a single number. In this case, I want to have three values. And I'm going to think of those values as an R for red, a G for green, and a B for blue. So I can say things like, with this, the training can be, this pose is this particular color, this pose is this particular color, and then this pose is this other particular color. And I'm imagining that those colors are going to appear. Why not? Because we can do things in post now. Sorry, Mathieu. And then as I move, it will interpolate between those colors by trying to guess the value according to the regression. Did that make any sense? Do I need to go do that explanation again? So MIMSB found one. So I have to look at this one. I've looked at a lot online, and some of them are like it's the third printing, which I guess is technically okay, or it's like got missing pages, which maybe is okay. I really just want to find one that's in its best condition, and that's the first printing. I would take the third original print, though, even if it wasn't okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to like kind of do that explanation over, because I was kind of confused what I was talking about. But I'll wait for a minute and think about it. All right. I Clippy wrote no. So one thing I should always say is when you write something like yes or no in the chat, I have no idea what you're referring to because you're like a minute behind me. And so I don't remember whether I asked the question was that totally confusing? Or if I asked, was that totally clear? So your yes or no means nothing to me. That was a cool explanation. All right. You guys are all just, you're like me. I'm like a people pleaser. I'll say like, it was great. It was great. I love you. Maybe you mean it. Maybe you mean it. I don't know why I should just assume that everyone's just, okay. All right, I'm gonna go on. Alka is trolling me now in the most wonderful way. All right. I'm going to move forward. I always want to redo things. There's really no reason to. I mean, there is sometimes a reason to, but I'm going to go for it. All right. So I'm going to duplicate this data collection for regression. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get started, I'm building off of the code that I wrote for the data collection piece of the classifier. And that's what I've got right here. And the first thing that I want to do is just change the configuration of the neural network itself. The inputs are the same. There's still, the inputs are the same. There's still the same number of inputs to that neural network, 34 of them, but the outputs are going to change. There's now 3 of them. Whoops. There were 4 of them before because there were 4 categories. Now there's only 3, and the task is now regression. So those are the only 2 changes I need to make. Otherwise, everything is the same, sort of. No, that doesn't make any sense. Those are the only 2 changes that I need to make to the configuration of the neural network itself. There's plenty more I need to do here. So let's think about what triggers the collecting of data. Oh, I got to improve this. I cannot tolerate this. All right, so what's a way for me to improve this? Is there a way for me to improve this without using async and await? At a minimum, I could just use, I could name the functions. I could use the arrow syntax. What's a nice way for me to improve this without using async and await? Because I feel like that's going to cause a lot of, or maybe use then and catch. Yeah. But set timeout doesn't support promises, so I'd have to wrap it in my own thing, which is like a pain. I see me, I am, so me is typing. So that's the only reason why I'm waiting, because I feel like an answer might come. And CJ. Why the async await name function? No, I don't. I love async and await. My concern is that I haven't used it at all in this series. And so it's just a little bit like, I mean, I guess I could pop it in here because I'm not, I could just like pop it in there and like then refer to my other videos. Maybe I'll do that. I was also just concerned about using, thank you, Simon, that's a nice, I was concerned about my, like, do I need to make the key pressed function an async function? And then is that going to mess up P5? Let's just try it. So I need my, boy, if only I could find all of my code examples really easily. It's gotten a lot better. So let me go to, I think this would be under tutorials, P5, promises, and here maybe? No, because this is like not, I'm just looking for, here we go, perfect. Great. Let me just grab this. I'm going to put it all the way at the bottom. And then delay time. So then, I'm going to say, can I say async function key pressed? Oh, this is also, I don't know why. Why does the web editor give me this warning? Because it totally supports it. Actually saying it is okay as is, but this I want to kind of take a look at here. So then I would say wait delay 10,000 state equals collecting. Let's just make it 1,000 for right now. I just want to see that it's working. Okay. So this should do it. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Ah, it's so nice. Oh, mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, I love you. Oh, wait. Oh, it's just so much better. Let me just see if this works. No error. Let me hit a key. It totally works. Okay. Guess I'll put this up here. The states don't match the console log. Oh, thank you. That's supposed to be waiting. Right? This is what it should be. So if you're tuning in now and you have not worked with async and await before, what I'm about to do is I'm going to just reference other videos that I've made that go through it. But you can see how this is so much better. Okay. Other thing that I just did right now is I rewrote this key praise. Key praised. The other thing that I did just now is I rewrote this key press function to not have those nested callbacks and use await and async. Now this might be very unfamiliar to you. It's not something that I've made a part of these videos, although it is something that I use very often in my own personal coding daily practice. And so this delay function, which looks like this, uses something called promises. It's a little bit convoluted, but that's not what I want to say. Convoluted. Convoluted? Key praised. Key praised. I gotta stop. I've been doing a pretty good job of not starting over and over again. So I'm not gonna do that here. I got rid of that callback hell and just rewrote this with a delay function that supports the await and async keywords. This is something that's part of JavaScript ES8. That I do use quite a bit. It might be unfamiliar to you. Luckily for you, I do have a whole separate video that I go through async and await and actually write this delay function that uses something called a promise. And that makes it so I don't have all that nesting stuff, and I can really just have these things happen in this particular sequence and essentially put a 10-second delay before the state is collecting, and then I'm going to be collecting and another 10-second delay before the state changes to waiting. And this still happens asynchronously. It all happens the same way. This is just a little bit of syntactic sugar, make it a little sweeter for us to program. So that's not the key element here to this video. The key element here to this video is what happens when I start collecting the data. There's no longer a target label. There's a target color. And each color has 3 continuous numeric values. I need to figure out some way. Can I name them? How do I name them? Ah! The target output has 3 continuous values, a red value, a green value, and a blue value. Interestingly, I could assign those as an array. Let me show you what I'm thinking about now. So ultimately, I'm going to change this to target color. And I'm going to say if the key is R, set the color to red, and then I will make So I'm reading the chat. Key priest today keeps the call back away. That is the fun. It's so funny. Thanks for tuning in, Clippy. I'm going to set the target color to an array of 3 values, 25500. If the key is G or B, I'll set it to the corresponding 3 values for those colors. Thinking about this. So the thing that I'm thinking about here is that I only want to then collect if it's a valid key press. So I think what I'll do, one issue here is I only want to collect the data if it's a valid key press. So I think what I'm going to do is set the target color equal to null here. And then I'll just say if target color. So if one of these keys was pressed, I'm sure there's a less awkward way of doing this that somebody watching will inevitably write about in the comments. Then I can set I'll set the target color to null. If I press one of these 3 keys, I'll get a valid color. If I've gotten a valid color, I'll wait 10 seconds to start collecting, and then I'll collect, and then I'll wait 10 more seconds to switch it back to waiting. I know, switch case. Use a switch case. Use a switch case. Okay. Thank you, Master Stormer, for telling me that if I add this, JS hint, is it really going to work? ES version :8 at the start of the file. Ah, thank you. So Solar Liner is bringing up a good point, and let me just address this for a second. I was asking about how would you be pressing the keys when you're also making the pose, and which color you're doing. Let me just remind you that this is a terrible interface in that there is no interface, and the interaction design is not thought out at all. This is just me kind of doing a known to myself debugging way of pressing some keys, giving myself 10 seconds to strike a pose, and then come back. So again, if you're going to make a project out of this, something you'll want to do is be really thoughtful about how that interaction design works. Okay. So the fact that target color is already an array means I can let me do this again. The fact that target color is already an array means that I can configure it as the output, the target output during the training. And so target label becomes target color here. And I don't even need this separate variable because I don't need to wrap it into an array. I can just put target color right here. So all of the inputs for any given pose have a corresponding output, which is a color, 3 continuous values, red, green, and blue. If I want to make my life easier here, even though a neural network just deals with numbers, ML5 has some helpful bits of it, and I could actually use a JavaScript object, which might have some conveniences because I could name the R, G, and B values. So I'm actually going to go here under outputs and change this to an array with red, green, and blue. And then, wait, red, green, and blue, sorry. Give myself more space here. Where do I, and then, oh yeah, sorry. And then when I set the colors, I'll make them an object. And again, one is not necessarily better than the other. I'm just showing you that you can do both of these with ML5, and in a lot of cases it's convenient to have names to the output, so when it comes back, I'll remember what value goes with what. This should be good. So let's see, split can go here. And then, where am I? Sorry. And now I should be able to collect the data. Let's give it a try. Wait, hold on. One thing I want to do is I want to restart the browser. I find that I think there's like a memory leak or something going on somewhere, so I'm going to just restart the browser. Just to like, so the webcam is as responsive as possible. Oh, seriously? Okay. Not a fan of, yeah, no, old habits die hard. I should use the triple equals. All right. So now I'm ready to collect the data. Let's give this a try. Oh, it's showing my ukulele. Oh, it's showing the drawing on the wall. It doesn't matter. Why am I worrying about this? It's Posenet. All right. Okay, I'm going to press R. Is it collecting the data? I don't know if it worked because I didn't console log anything. 10 seconds happened yet? Oh yeah, it's collecting. This will be my pose for a red color. Okay, it finished. Now I'm going to do a green color. This is my green color. Oh, I think it finished. I'm like going way more than 10 seconds. And now, what should I make my pose for blue? Like this? Something like that. I don't know. I'll come up with something when the time comes. But yeah, I've got 10 seconds. First, I need it to focus, and then I'm on camera. Oh, shoot. Oh, I never focused, and I'm getting like bad data. Oh, shoot. Am I really going to do this whole thing again? What? It's this ridiculous webcam. I was a little confused as to what was going on. So let me train again and let me actually add. Let's skip all that. We're going to just go right to here. So that I can see what's going on a little bit better, let me also add in the console log the key that was pressed. So I'll just do this. And I'm going to try to collect the data now. Let's first, so I'm going to run the sketch. There we go. There's the video. I'm going to press R. So it should be collecting for R in 10 seconds. This will be my pose. Collecting for R. OK. It's going to tell me not collecting in a second. And it finished collecting. So now we're going to do G. I got 10 seconds. Come on, camera. Focus, camera. Oh, it's collecting. That's fine. Ah! There we go. That's G. All right, that's good enough. And now we're going to do B for blue. Focus, camera. Focus. What am I missing? What is it like not? Hold on. Let's try to debug this a little bit. I'm going to do this again. Closer to the camera, is that what I need to do? Yeah. I went through this before, but I haven't installed any drivers or anything for this camera. All right, hold on. 330, geez Louise. What kind of camera was this again? Logitech camera webcam software. Oh my God. Oh, this is good. Logitech Capture? Didn't I just press on products? Software? Solutions? Software? Logitech Capture. I am going to click on you, Logitech Capture. And it goes nowhere. Is there like no Mac version of it? Or is this it? The Master Series? Is this what I'm supposed to download? I don't think so. No, this is something I'm supposed to buy. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. Second link in my Google search. OK. No, for Windows. Womp, womp. Womp, womp. Oh, this is what I have. It costs $9,000. What a very expensive camera. I assume that's not in dollars. I don't know why. What like, where geolocated me? Yes. Oh, what a very nice, oh, this is such a nice webcam I have. Automatic light correction. I definitely need that. Compatible with, USB video device class mode. Yeah, so I just have to give up. Okay. We're going to make this work. I'm going to do this again, and I'm just not going to care so much. Just turn the focus ring around. Focus ring around objective? There's no focus ring around. There's nothing for me. There's no switch on it. Okay. We're going to give this one more try. Where was I in this ridiculous thing that I'm trying? I got to collect the data again. Okay, here we go. Oh, is that actually, will that link you sent me, CJ, will that actually have Mac software? I doubt it, right? Yeah, it just says Windows, it says, I think. Oh. Hold on. Can you post this in a non-member only channel since I'm not signed on to the non-member only channels here? Like just post it here in general or something, or? I would manually focus it if I could. I don't see how to manually focus it. Oh, it's giving me something. All right, let's see what happens here, everybody. This is exciting. All right. Yeah. I'm not worried about installing this at all. Where did it go? Where did it go? What did I just install? Logia. What did I install? Oh, it deleted. I allowed it to delete it because I was done. I don't know what I just did. Tape on the phone. I agree, tape on the floor. I don't even need the tape on the floor. I'm only going to stand in one spot. New settings panel. And the system preferences? Did it add something here that I can't see? I don't think so. Was it camera settings? Okay. Camera. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Woohoo! Image. Widescreen. Advanced. Yeah. All right, everybody. We are back in business. Okay. Autofocus is off. I mean, that's good enough for me. I could try to actually focus it, but I think that's fine. Whatever it is fine. I mean, I could, yeah, that works. Okay, great. Ooh, I can do all sorts of other stuff too. All right. We are in good shape, everybody. Okay. Ha-ha! Woohoo! Thank you, everybody. I thank you. I think CJ, who found that originally. And I don't know why my camera is doing such weird stuff right now, but. Is it auto white balancing still? I should probably fix that, but I don't want to get greedy. Let's fix that. Oh no, not auto white balance. Yeah, it must be. Ooh. Oh. Okay, this is silly. I'm like, didn't look like it was white balance. It looked like there was some other auto thing. Okay, auto, I know there's a brightness. Okay. Ah! There we go. Thank you. That's what I want. I'll make sure this works. Oh my God, it's still auto. Is that the white balance? What is it, the other auto thing? It's making me crazy. Looks like it's like auto, what's that called? There's a name for it. Oh, my brain, I reached the part of the challenge video live stream where my brain stops working. Right? What's that? That's auto something else. Brr. I got greedy. Everybody. Advanced. Restore defaults. Turn off autofocus. Restore defaults. Ah! Ah! Gamma! Thank you. Ah! Okay. Turn off autofocus. Off autofocus. There we go. Don't get greedy, people. This works fine. This works fine. The brightness is post-processing. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. All right. We're fine. We're good, everybody. Okay, here we go. Stop. Let's close Discord. Yeah. Don't switch. Okay, everybody. Here we go. Now, all right, let me go back to the whole thing where I was going to add the key, because I'm confused where I am. Because actually, I want to add it here. Let me add one more console log so I know which key I pressed, just to confirm. So I'm going to just say console log key. And now I'm ready to collect some data. Run the sketch. I've got to think of poses for colors. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to press R. Press R. I pose for R. Collecting. I don't need 10 seconds, apparently. Okay, not collecting. All right. Time for G. Okay, now blue. I don't know what to do for blue. Both hands up. Collecting the data. All right. Whew. I almost hit stop there. Now, the feature that I implemented before is I just press S, and it downloads a JSON file with all of the data. Now I can go to this stuff back in. Actually, I guess I should come to here. Now I can go to my training sketch. I could add the training code to the data collection code, but since I had it separately in a now I can go to the sketch where I implemented training the model. I could have just added that code to the sketch I was previously working with, but I'll go back and find the one that I made with the classification example and change the configuration. Rename that JSON file I downloaded to color poses. Let's take a look at that file just to be sure it's got the right stuff in it. That's a long. This looks good to me. There's a data array that has pairs of x's, the inputs, all of those key points, all 34, and y's, the target outputs, red, green, and blue value. So you can see this is all of my red data, and eventually if I kept scrolling down for a really long time, I would probably eventually find, I'm still in the red. Eventually I would find the data, the training data. Eventually I would find the pose data, the inputs that are tied to green color, different color outputs. I'm going to delete the data from the classification. Oh, whoa. I've got to duplicate this. Oh, yikes. Ah, shoot. Did I already mess it up? I did. And now I can't undo. Hold on. But the only thing I changed was this, right? For classification. I'm just going to start over again here. Take the auto refresh off. Duplicate. Okay. Come back to this. Next, I'm going to the sketch that I wrote for the classification example where I had the model training code. I could have added the model training code to my previous sketch, kind of what I did before, but I think it's easiest for me now to go to there and then reconfigure the neural network. changed the file that I'm loading, so it's no longer that YMCA pose data. It's now a data file that I renamed to color poses. You can see that right here. That's the file that I downloaded. Let's take a look at it in Visual Studio Code just to be sure it's got the right stuff in it. Yeah. And we can see this is what the data looks like. It's the inputs are x's. That's all 34 key xy key points of the skeleton of the pose. Blah. And this is what the data looks like. It's an array of x's and xy pairs. So the x's are the inputs. That's all of those key points of all of the points of my skeleton. And the y's is the corresponding target output, the color values. In this case, the first data is red. And if I scrolled all the way down, eventually I'd find some of those other green values. So I want to upload that file to this sketch in the web editor. I can remove the old data files. I've duplicated this sketch. I didn't overwrite the previous one. And I think this is all the code that I need to train. It's very little code. Yeah, oh, whoops. And this is all the code that I need to train the model. It just configures the neural network, loads the data file. When the data is ready, it normalizes the data. It's going to do that for the outputs as well. Remember, I gave it color values between 0 and 255, and it's going to normalize those to 100, 010, that type of thing. And then train the model. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh, this is not good. Ooh, not good, not good, not good. Okay. What went wrong? Oh, sad. Let's look at, let's just take a look at everything in the actual JavaScript console. Huh. How come it never got to data ready? Oh, this is, sorry, it did. This is it here. Okay. Let's take a look here. I just want to see this data here. Training data. Like if I go down to here, do I have some y's that are, yeah, and it's normalized. So this looks good. This looks good. Prepare for training. I was expecting to see something wrong with the data. String false. Yeah, this is right. Number. Anybody saying anything in the chat? It should be regression. It looks like discrete outputs, but they could have been, I should have made them probably to demonstrate like weirder numbers. Y is warmed up true, is metadata ready. Oh boy. This is going to turn out to be fail. All right, I wonder if let's do something a little bit more radical here. So I'm going to go back to my previous sketch. Yeah, I don't think I have unsaved changes. I think it's just confused. I'm going to go back to my previous sketch where I'm collecting the data. And I'm going to change this to, whoops. I'm going to change these to arrays. And was that naming? Did that naming? It really shouldn't have, though. And then also, just going to train right in here. If I press the T key, I'm just going to use all the defaults. Let's try, I just want to train right in here. And then also, like, I don't need this much time. Like, I can get there in just 3 seconds. And I'm just going to take like 5 seconds of data. So I'm just going to do something much simpler. And then this should be 3. So there's no names. And target color is just an array. Yeah, let's try this. Let's just try it this way. Oh, whoops. Collecting for 5 seconds. And let's try G. Collecting for 5 seconds. And let's try B. Collecting for 5 seconds. Let me save this data. So I save that data. Let me just try training it. OK. That seemed to work. Was that really the difference? So was there an issue with the named values, or did I just have something weird in the data that I didn't notice? So let me go back. I'm going to do it both ways here and do the same thing. I'm going to do, I shouldn't have. So I'm just trying some stuff here to debug what's going on, because maybe now if I change the configuration to be red, green, blue, that should be the only thing that changes, right? These are the 2 ways of doing it. Let me give it a certain number of, how do I do the epochs again when I call train and key pressed? I'm going to just say this. Give it more epochs just to give it more to train. All right, I'm trying this again. Oops. So now I'm trying it with the named. Okay, G, I also just realized something. That I think I'm not actually using the latest ML5. But we're going to see about this. And then B. Okay. Let's try training it. Okay. So why did the other data, maybe there was something wrong with the other data that I have. And the way that I set the epochs is clearly not correct. But did I not stop and restart it? That was weird. Try saving this data. Oops. No, this has the named. Interesting. So something went wrong before for no reason, as far as I can tell. Is there something wrong with my... All right, so I saved this data set. Whoops. Yeah, this is also a named data set, which is, whoops, which one? The most recent one. So let's call this color poses 2. Stop. Color poses 2. Let's upload it. I must have missed something in this particular. No, ooh, works just fine. Okay, so something was wrong with my original data set. Interesting. There were missing skeleton points, a solar liner. Yeah, I saw you say that, but I just figured, so I think there was something bad in that first data set. I'm going to have to collect the data again. Ooh. It's 4 o'clock, people. 4 o'clock, people. I'm going to get this to work. I'm going to get this to work. But I'm not getting to anything else on my to-do list today, clearly. Anybody still here? There's 300 people here? What's wrong with you people? Go outside. It's cold where I am. Go outside. Dress warmly. Oh, I need another break. Okay. We are going to go back in time. I need some water. I'm out of tea. We're going to go back in time and recollect the data. Huh. Fine. Save. Close. All right. I don't know if this is necessary. Gosh, I hope the green screen stuff is recording. All right. Oh, this takes a long time to figure this stuff out. All right. In the future, when there's an edited version of this, no one will know all that's happened. right. Okay. I'm just about ready to collect the data. But before I do so, let me just add a little bit. Let me make a few. So I need to read random numbers. Shake it off. Shake it out. Shake it out, everybody. Shake it out. Shake it out. Yes, the data could be collected from a video. Absolutely, asks. Sorry, Stieg, if I pronounced your name correctly. Yes, maybe you don't want to go outside in the pitch black, freezing Danish winter. Okay. I am ready to collect the data. Let me change a couple things. One, let me also console log what key I pressed, because that's going to be helpful for me to see. And I don't think I need 10 seconds to wait. I think I can get into my pose in 3 seconds. So that'll save a little time. Now I am going to run the sketch, and I'm going to collect it. Now, I have something else I want to say, because this came up during the live portion of what I'm doing right now, recording this. The question was asked, this looks like classification. And in a way, it could be. This looks like categorical targets. Like there's either red or green or blue. But the idea is what I want to do is I want to set some poses to certain colors and have the output interpolate between those colors. So in a way, what I might want to do, interaction-wise, there might be a nicer way, depending on what the target is, to kind of control the target output as I'm moving around and striking different poses. But here I'm just doing a very basic demonstration. So you might come up with a much more clever scenario that really takes the full power of doing a regression by how you design your interface and training data and all of that. But I am just going to do something. And maybe what I'll do is I'll create kind of a dial. So we'll see I'll use my arm to sort of dial the color back and forth. Let's try that. So I'm going to run the sketch. And I'm going to press, I only have 3 seconds. I'm going to press R. So I'm collecting R. Okay, now I'm going to press G, which will be like here on the dial. Okay, I think. And now, B, 1, 2, 3, over here. So my hope is that I can sort of show the in-between as I move my arm like this. And now let me save that data. And also, let me just train it because I have that code in here. That's sort of weird to me. This looks weird, but something is weird. I'm going to just keep going now. I'm not going to... All right. Let me delete all this other stuff. So now I have this JSON file that's auto-named. Sorry. Now I have this JSON file that got auto-named saved to my downloads. I'm going to call it color poses. And let's take a look at it just to see what's in there. Again? Again? Huh. I set the outputs to 3 during data collection. Oh. Really? Oh. Let me go back and check. Oh! Well, that was a mistake. It might have worked, actually. Do you know what? I think it doesn't care. I don't think anyone will notice that. It's like, it actually doesn't care. It did it anyway. It like figured out that the 3 matched with these names. So I think it's fine. Ironically, it's fine, but that was a mistake. ML5 was smart enough that it figured it out. So that's fine. So when you're saying there was... I mean, moving was good. Well, let me just, all right, let me just, I guess, let me see what happens when I bring it into the other sketch. Because even if it was like noisy missing data, oh, because my art's back here, it should still learn, like, because it's going to get the same stuff when I actually deploy it. Training regression. Wait, hold on. Weird. This, like, the loss function is like crazy. Let me go all the way through with this. Let me go all the way through with this, and then I'll come back and record the explanation just to see that it's working. So I want here, and then I want to duplicate this. So I'm adding the model. Let's add the model. Okay. And then that's fine. This changes to regression. And then this has to change to predict. I'm going to just leave it called classify for right now. And then let's just console log the results. So this should just, I mean, ignore the fact that the y is there. Am I getting some console logs? Yeah. So let's look at what it's giving me. Did it literally just give me 1? Red, 0. Unnormalized. Green, 255. Blue, 1 point. Interesting. So, weird. Yeah. Unnormalized value. Yes. Was that pose for green? And why is it only giving me 1? I do sometimes read the comments, Abner. I'm just like, not right now. Why did I only get 1? Why did I only get 1 result? Oh, because I don't put this in here. Okay. What did the what did that object look like? Oh, I don't have it anymore, do I? Oh yeah, I do. So I get an object that has an array. I can't just then look up the value by the label. I should just use an array the whole time. That's fine. So let me just do something here. I just want to see what this is doing. So I'm going to, in draw, I wanted to just do this with, but I'm going to have to, I'm going to fill R, I'm going to change the back, fill RG. Yeah, no, I'll just do the background. Yeah, of course. Oh no, there's a video there. So let's do fill RGB. Oh, but I can do background here, and I'll just use an alpha. Background RGB 100. I should just use an array. I hate to go all the way back. I'm not going to. So then R equals results index 0 dot value. See, I thought I could say results dot just results dot red. Oh no. So yeah. Why is it in an array? Because like I don't want to do this. Yeah, the fact that it's numbered is weird to me, but I will oblige. Okay. Can I do like this? No. How do you do that where you want to set them all? Does that work? No. I guess I can do this. Must be this. There we go. All right, red. Yep. Looks like classification still, though, kind of. So I'm not really demonstrating the regression, because I didn't. Yeah, Simon's mentioning how I didn't normalize the data. I don't need to I did normalize it in the training code right here. So it was normalized. You don't have to normalize it the second pass. So I don't like this demonstration. What's a better way to demonstrate this? Because it's not learning the in-between. Oh, I'm so tired now. Do I need to come back to this another day? Right? It's amazing how just like, yeah, you're getting a little bit of like switching between. I guess I would have to give it more in between points. So I really should give it a slider. Yeah, I mean, the way to properly do this would actually be to make sliders for RGB and then like, yeah. Yeah, still streaming. I want to go all the way back to the training. My training data isn't really good. It's basically I'm doing classification and it's just like a little noisy, which isn't what I want. All right, we're going to go back to the data collection. Also, I think, to be honest, that doesn't matter. I'll leave it as named. I think what I need is a volunteer. Yeah, it's kind of overfit. Overfitting is an appropriate term to apply here. I'm trying to think if there's a way to salvage this. So I could create 3 sliders for RGB. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. All right, I have to go. Yes, exactly. Old channel, what old channel? So I think I'm going to change to adding 3 sliders. Bear with me. And then I'm just going to do some kind of crazy like back and forth stuff. I think it'll be worth it. It'll be a little goofy, but it'll work. It'll work much better. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take a short break just to get a little water and like kind of reset a little bit because I do want to do this. So give me a minute. And yeah, only 3 data points only gives you a triangle. Ashley's comment, everybody's comment is really good. So I should have realized this. I kind of knew this, but somehow I thought it would just work. Of course it didn't. Story of a programmer's life or my life. Give me a minute. Let me take a short break here. I'm going to go back to the intermission screen. And I will be back in like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm gonna actually be going way back into this tutorial and do it with sliders, as a bunch of you are suggesting. Just another couple of minutes, and I think Ivan's comment that I've reevaluated my life choices is pretty accurate. All right, be back. All right, sorry, that was a little bit longer than I usually take a break for, but I needed some time to collect myself. I actually made some coffee. This was tea before. Had a granola bar. Hopefully that helped. My voice is kind of feeling a little bit sore, and I kind of need to go within an hour, but let's see. I hate to say this, but I think I need to go back even further in this tutorial because so if I could remember what I was doing is at some point I described these sliders. I think I'm actually just going to go straight into making them sliders. And I'm going to skip the naming. So I unfortunately am going to, you're going to do something ill-advised, which is go to Posenet data collection. And then I really want to delete these. There's nothing in these that I need. I'm going to delete them. Yeah, you can't stop me. I'm deleting them. Go away. I need to do this again. Okay. It's too much in there. I don't know what's happening in the chat. By the way, you too could be the proud owner of a Whoops sticker by joining as a YouTube member right now. I will mail these to you. All right. So Mathieu, this is going to be an interesting challenge, and I'm going to have to remember to tell you that basically you could ignore everything that happened in the last hour or two for the final edited version of this, because I'm going to go and make them literal sliders. Oh no! Oh no, I forgot about the async await thing that I did. That's fine. I get to redo that. Just give me a second. What was that JS hint thing? What was that JS hint thing? Someone give me that. JS hint ES8 something or other. I don't know. That wasn't it. All right, this is good. This is all good. Whew. It's going to be worth it for the video that I had to delete it. It was very little code that I added. It was really more all the training craziness that I have a better sense of now. JS hint ES version 8. Yeah, that's what I agree. I need to be doing, I've lost all momentum and everything, so we're going to give this another try. Here we go. What? What's this weird error? Bad option. ES. Oh, ES version. Okay. Async await. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Here we go. Oh! I really thought everybody had left. Like CJ, but CJ probably left and came back. Okay. Oh, I see. Hold on, everyone. I'm going to get a little bit of extra time if I do something, a little text message here. Everybody, please hold your horses. I need to do a little something, and then I won't have this deadline of, because I said I would send somebody some information that I thought was going to be very complicated. I'll do it when I'm done, but I can send it to them now. Speaking of our sponsor, I'm looking up some information right now. Using my password manager, Dashlane, because I need to send some login information. And then I use, there's a way I can send it securely. You know, I just use Signal or something. Okay. Hold your horses are held. Okay, wait. Here you are. Okay. All right. Okay. Everyone, guess what, CJ? You had a meeting and you're back. You missed nothing. Well, you didn't miss. Actually, you missed a lot. But I'm going all the way back in time. In fact, I even deleted all of the code because it was just so, I just needed to start over. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. I'm waiting to make sure this worked. But I guess I'm just going to, I'll check this in a minute. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Now pretend there was some period of time where I finished explaining this. And then I'm going to walk over and start the code again. Jeez. Whew. I just want to see that this message that it worked, but I don't see a yes yet. That's fine. Now I'm ready to start implementing this in code. So I'm not going to write everything again. I'm going to start from the Pose Classifier. And the first thing that I need to do is adjust the configuration of the neural network. The difference is instead of 4 categorical outputs, Y, M, C, or A, I just need 3 continuous outputs. So I can actually just change this number to 3 because it's still a number of outputs, but the task is now regression. The other thing I really need to do is think about how am I, during the training process, how am I going to create these target values? And this is going to be really tricky. So I don't know, maybe this color scenario isn't the best one. I only am one person here. But I think to demonstrate this idea, the best way would be for me to make these literal sliders. So I'm going to adjust the sliders and make the target outputs based on the position of the sliders. And then when I actually deploy the model will control the sliders themselves, and I'll see the color. I think that's going to work. Just see. OK, great. I'm off the hook. I'm off the hook. So this target label is no more. I'm not going to have a target label. I'm going to have a continuous values. But let me create. Now I slightly regret having 3 outputs for the regression, but it's still something. R slider. G slider and B slider. Wait, hold on. So this target label is no more. I don't have a target label. There's no categorical output. Instead, I'm going to have sliders. So let's comment this out and say, three sliders for red, green, and blue. They're all going to have a range between 0 and 255 with some default value, in this case 0. And I'll have the sliders start with red at 255 and G and B at 0. So we can see these are the sliders that I'm now going to control and match with a given, and match their positions with a given pose. Now, if you recall, I had this horribly awkward, for a variety of reasons, interface, as in no interface at all, with just key presses to set a label, and then I'd have this like callback hell with nested set timeouts. Let me improve this for a little bit for this round. So one thing that I can do to improve this, and I haven't been using this throughout this video series, I've been staying away from it, but I'm going to replace this with something called async and await. These are keywords that operate in JavaScript. They're part of ES8, which is a sort of newer version of JavaScript that allows me to have asynchronous events happen much more sequentially in the code. And I've covered this previously in several videos. If you haven't seen that, you'll want to go watch those or read up about promises and async and await somewhere else. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to go get the code from a very specific video where I wrote this delay function. going to bring that in here, and then I'm going to change key press to use async and await with that delay function. And let me just do that and then explain what I mean. Oh, it is so lovely. Look at it. Look at this nice sequential code that's like, set the target label, console log it, wait 10 seconds, then do this, then wait 10 more seconds, then do this. Isn't this lovely? It is really worth taking some time to read up and explore async and await so that you can have some much more readable code. This is all still happening asynchronously. JavaScript, everything happens asynchronously. This is just sweet syntactic sugar to make our lives a little bit more joyful today. So, but here's that's not really the content of this video. That's not the topic. The topic is I don't have a target label anymore. What I have is, and actually, let's just change this to if key equals, like I'm no longer going to be collecting a particular key press. So let's just have the collection moment happen when I'll do D for data. And then I'm going to have a target color. And it's going to be an array with the values of all the sliders. Our slider. G slider. And let me do this. So the idea is that when I press the D key, I'm going to pull the values from the sliders. I'm going to set that to a target color. I'm going to wait 10 seconds so I can get in position, and then start the collecting process, collect for 10 seconds, and then jump out. Now, it would be much better interaction-wise if I could manipulate the sliders while I'm making the pose, and if I could just open the magic door and have a volunteer come in and help me with this, that might make more sense, but I guess I didn't think of that in advance, so I'll do that another time. Sorry you're not feeling well, Solar Liner. Hope you feel better. Okay. I also think that I'm going to be able to get into position a little faster, so let me change this to 3000. But I haven't done the important part. This target color needs to replace the target label when I collect the data. And that's happening right here. So previously I had this target label that was like a character that I put into an array and then passed it in, add data. I think I can get rid of this now and just say target color. So this should be good. Okay, dare I say that I can collect this data now? Did I miss something? I don't think I also want to collect the data for 10 seconds. Okay. I also think that I'm going to be collecting little bits of data because I'm going to try to show, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to show a path of, all right. Take the values for the correct sliders. Ooh, oh, whoops. Oh, the chat thankfully is pointing out that I missed adjusting these to G and B. Oh, that would have really gotten me later. Thank you. So I think also I just want to collect data for 3 seconds. Because I'm going to do things like set the color. I'm going to move my arms maybe like this, and then just set a lot of different colors with lots of in-between states. That'll really show, I think, the regression more clearly. Let me also console log what color's there, just so I see it. All right, I'm going to start with the sliders in their original position and press D. 1, 2, 3. Collecting. Okay, I got some data. Now let me adjust the slider a little bit. Let me add some of this color, remove some of this. I really should pick something where I can see what color it is. Oh well, next time. Press D. Oh, wait, what happened to my pose? Uh-oh, I have a bug. Posenet got, something happened to Posenet. That was weird. Was that just like a temporary glitch? Right, let me start with pressing D. I'll just get into this position. Oh. Is there a bug in the code? Start with pressing D. Oh. And I'm going to just make this pose. Oh, why? There's a bug. All right, what's the bug? It's got to be... Oh, here's the bug. Ah, bug, bad bug, bad bug. I redeclared target color. I'm making it a global variable so that I can use it across. I mean, there's ultimately a nicer way to organize the code, but I want it to be a global variable, so I set it here, and then when I'm adding it, I get it here. That was the problem. Okay. Now, let's collect some data. Collecting. Okay. Now let me move the sliders around. I really should visualize the color, but what are you going to do? I'll just add a little green and take away a little bit of red. I don't know. And oh, wait, it froze again. Oh, no, that's just where it is less. No, it's fine. And press D again. And where was I? I'll go like this. Okay. And I'm just going to really make this pretty arbitrary. It really would be good for me to see what I'm doing. You'll get the idea. I'll make this pose, around here. And then let's do this. Okay, I don't know. So you, following this along, if you're going to try to build the same thing, think about how you might really thoughtfully make a bunch of colors with a defined set of poses that mean something to you. I'm doing this somewhat arbitrarily just to see if we can get some results. Now I can hit S to save the data. And I have a nice JSON file, its default name, that downloaded. Let me change this to color poses. Let's take a look at it in Visual Studio Code just to make sure it makes sense. And looks like it does. It's got a bunch of X's, 34. It's got some Y's with So the Y's are the outputs. And it's an R, G, and B value. So I could have done the thing where I named the outputs. if I wanted to have names show up in the data, I could change this to so ML5, the neural network is just dealing with numbers, but ML5 will allow you to specify, oh, there's a mistake here, will allow you to specify names of the output so that when you get them back later, you can figure out which is which. But I'm just going to remember there's 3 and they're in order. Red is 0, green is 1, blue is 2. That'll be simpler right now. So now I can go to the model training stage. Oh boy, I forgot to duplicate this code. Oh, bad idea. All right. I'm going to have to revert the old other one. Data collection regression. Where? Now I can go to the training the model stage. So the truth of the matter is I could add in key press another option. I press T, it trains the model. But the way I made my classifier, I did those in 3 separate sketches. Collect data, train the model, deploy the model. So I'm going to keep going in that way. And I'm going to open up I'm going to open up the model training sketch from before. I duplicated and renamed it to regression. The only thing that I need to change here is the outputs are 3, the task is classification, and then I need a new data file. So I'm going to delete other data files I have and upload my new file called color poses. Load that file, and then everything is the same. I'm just running the train function, and then when it's done, save the model. So there's very little that I need to change here. It's just a different configuration, load a different data file, and train the model. I hope this works. I really hope this works. You don't know, actually, if you're watching this right now, you don't know how many times I've tried to get this to work where it hasn't. That's promising. A little bit of wonky stuff going on, but it trained, the loss went down. I think I've gotten some results here, and it looks like those files have downloaded. And we can see those files there in my downloads directory, which means I can go to the last sketch, the one where I load the trained model and deploy it. Posenet, deploy. Thanks, old channel. Okay. So I've opened that sketch, I've duplicated it, and now I just want to delete the model files and upload my new ones. Files are uploaded. Adjust the configuration of the network. Get rid of this idea. I'm going to delete some old code that's no longer being used. and I don't have a label anymore, this shouldn't be called classify pose anymore. Let's just call it predict pose, or predict color. Call it predict color. And this should be the brain, because I'm doing regression, I shouldn't call the classify function. I should call the predict function. This changes to predict color. And now the main work here is I need to change what happens when I get the results. So before I was looking at a confidence score and getting a label. Now I just want the raw red, green, and blue values. So this should change to predict color. Let me just console log the results. So let's see what the results look like in the case of a regression. They'll be formatted differently than when it came as a classification. It's no longer a sorted list of labels ordered by confidence score, sorted by confidence score. All right, here we go. This is like some stuff I'm not using anymore. Just cleaning out like code that's not being used. Okay. Let me also make sure to comment out this pose label, which no longer gets drawn. And we're just going to look at the console now. So in theory, the first pose that it sees, I should get an output here that has red, green, and blue values. Uh-oh. I don't see any values. What happened? Let's see if let's add some console logging here. Add no pose here. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Brain loaded is not. Oh! Oh! There's some. For some reason, the path says model 2. I've been messing around with this code, and that says model 2. Weird that it didn't give me an error, like it couldn't find it. Is it in the. Oh yeah, it's saying failed to load here. I don't know whose fault this is, whether the web editor should be showing this or ML5 didn't log it correctly, but that's definitely the problem. The path is model. Whoops. Let's try this again. No pose. No pose, no pose, no pose, predicting. And I'm seeing, 3 objects, R, G, and B. Let's take a look inside. Okay. An R, G, and a B. An R, G, and a B. So I should be able to use those values now to set the positions of sliders. Oh, I got to put the sliders in and then also draw. I could just draw the color. I kind of want to see the sliders move, though. I think that would be fun. All right, so I have 3 sliders there. So now, when I get the result, I can assign it to the slider. So I can say r equals results index 0 dot value. Pretty sure if I go back and look at what was in that object. Oh, it's gone. So Mathieu, we can like pull that up. Pretty sure if I go back and look at what was in that object, you'll see there was an array of 3 objects, and the red value was in a property called value. And then there's 1 and 2. So there were 3. And then I should be able to say r. Then I should be able to set the slider's position to these values. And then I also might as well add something to draw the color. So here before, when I was getting a label, I drew it as text. Let's draw a background overlay on the video with a little bit of alpha. Let's grab the values from the sliders, which were set. And set that as the background with some alpha. Oh, I always hit the auto format and it loses the scroll. All right, did I get this? Let's run it. Okay. Oh, look at the colors moving. The sliders are sliding based on whatever pose I'm making. If only I could remember what it was that I did. But anything's going to give me a predicted value. So we can see there's different colors. So this is working. Yeah, it's working. Gosh, I hope the background recording is working. Is anybody watching this? I'm not seeing any messages in the chat. I guess you're behind. This is cool. Okay, thank you. Oh my God. It's only 5. It's 5 o'clock. That's not terrible. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Sorry, everybody. TMC in the chat says color gesticulation. So I think this could be what this is called. It's called color gesticulations. I'm controlling sliders with my body. It's all very arbitrary, but hopefully you can see that if you did this in a thoughtful way, maybe color isn't the output that you want, maybe 3 isn't the number of regression outputs that you want, maybe it's music and frequencies or this or that, you must have a creative idea. But you can see that if you can, as you're moving your body, match the position of your body with some set of numbers, you could then train a model to learn all of those relationships and then interpolate between them as you move your body around. So I imagine that there's a very creative, exciting, fun, unique way of doing this, and I hope that you will explore it. So if you do, please share it with me. There's a variety of different ways to do it. You can find the page on thecodingtrain.com for this particular video. Ask your questions in the chat, on social media, all of the above. We have a new Discord, which I'll just happen to mention in this particular video. Coding Train has a Discord. You can find the link to that in this video's description. That's another way you can join the community and share what you've done. So thank you so much for sticking with me. This might have, I don't know how easy this was to follow or if this makes sense because I used so much of the previous code in it. So if you didn't watch those previous videos, hopefully those would fill in some gaps for you, but let me know. I can always revisit this in a future video. And thanks for watching. Goodbye. All right. I'm like praying. I'm going to check. I'm praying that the archive videos don't have like 1 million dropped frames in them. So I'm not going to look at the current one. Well, I guess actually, you know what? I don't need anything else. I'm going to hit stop. If not, I suppose we could make something out of just the this footage, but it's just so much better with all the extra stuff now. So let me see. If I go to output 3, I think is the one that's the green screen at least. Looks fine. Sorry, I'm just watching some of this back. I don't know what I would do if it wasn't any good. Yeah, the footage looks fine. Oh, thank God! Thank God! I did delete all my code, but that's easily correct. So one thing that that I need to do, someone can help and remind me of this. This live stream, like 7 million hours later, is ending basically. I lost the chats, so let me get them back up. Where's the Discord? Oh, I'm like not used to. Oh, I don't have that. Ah! I quit the. Oh no, there it is. Welcome to Coding with Unity. Welcome to passengers. We have a new passenger aboard the coding train. Coding with Unity. Eventually, at some point, I will mail you these stickers. Sometime in the next 15 to 20 years. No, it'll be faster. I would like to commit to getting everybody their stickers within 3 months. Ideally, within 1 month. Like we would do a mailing of them every month. And this is something. But all you need to do is contact Cy, C-Y, at thecodingtrain.com if you have any questions about your member rewards. Okay. Yeah. So what was I saying? That's done. The Discord's there. I guess I didn't get to a bunch of things on my topic list. Please, if you join late, join the new Discord. I'll open this up. It's there. It's to find the link. People will. All that stuff. I can't talk anymore. I hope this can be made into a video. That was very hard to do, but I hope that it shows something interesting and people can make something with it. So I do send these stickers to international as well. It's not the international mailing is a little bit tricky and kind of expensive, but it's easy to do. Thanks, Alka, for posting the Discord. And that's it for today. So I could answer a couple questions. Maybe I'll try to pull them from the Discord. I'm going to open up the general channel. Where are people? Are people chatting live with this? Heading home. I am got to go. This is kind of a record length live stream because it's 5 o'clock. I start at 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. Nah, it's not that record length. It's 3.5 hours. It's a really long time. Nobody has to pay for postage. So first of all, you'll be able to buy these stickers. So you don't have to sign up as a member to get the stickers. I have a standard.tv is helping me set up a store, and there'll be, there's a small, I don't know what it'll cost. It's going to be launched by, I think, January 23rd is when I was told. So you'll be able to just order this sticker sheet, and they'll be like, you pay for postage, you buy the stickers. At some point, possibly, like a little profit goes to me. But I'm mostly doing it not as to make money, but just to make this stuff available to people. But you can also join, and I will mail them to you. The idea being that if you've paid $5 a month for a year, that's you're supporting the channel. That's $60 minus YouTube's fee, which would be about I think it's a quarter. So $15. I think it's $15. So $45. That's enough for me to mail you, to print and mail you these stickers. So. How do we do, everybody? Clipboard. Look what that is. Some new channels have popped up. This is exciting. Introductions. Oh, Master Stormer. So Master Stormer and Richard Gilton, people are just joining. So I'm trying to consolidate. You can join via Patreon or YouTube. Let me just pause. I'll repeat myself. But there are some features. I honestly, like, they all have their pros and cons. I don't love being part of the Google machine necessarily, but I am. That's the choice that I'm making for today and now for the foreseeable future. But there are some nice integrations with YouTube itself if you join through the YouTube platform. That if you join through Patreon, all the same Discord stuff, the stuff by mail, I think I could do. It's a little bit, I hate to manage two platforms, but my preference is for people to join via YouTube. So I guess I'm saying that if you join via YouTube, I promise you will get all of the member benefits. If you join via Patreon, you might have to bug us for some member benefits. And there are possibly some member benefits you can't get access to because they're only available through the YouTube integration. All right. Thanks, everybody. And oh no, I did that. I need to make a new, I'm gonna wait till the store comes out. I need to make a new member video, but I'll do that later. I gotta go. Thanks, everyone. I hate to leave. I have this weird thing. I mean, literally been streaming for like over 3.5 hours, but I have trouble leaving because you're all such wonderful, nice people to be with me here, enjoying this cold day in New York, in Brooklyn, and I will see you soon. Goodbye. Oh, I have an outro. I mean, they're all the same. Georgi asks, are you on LinkedIn? I'll let this finish. I've got my 30 more seconds. Georgi asks, are you on LinkedIn? I am on LinkedIn. Do I ever look or check LinkedIn? No. Do I have all of the LinkedIn emails go directly to trash or spam? Yes. So I don't use LinkedIn. If someone could convince me a reason to use it, I could. I'll just mention, sign up for, follow the Coding Train on Instagram. It's the.coding.train. That's sort of new-ish. Coding with Unity asks, who do I message on Discord for benefits? Okay, great question. This is worth me staying here for a minute. So, let me open up the Discord. So once you're on Discord, and let me just go to this how to join channel. If you've synced your YouTube and Discord accounts, and there's a way to do that in your settings under integrations, I believe, under user settings, you can sync them. You will automatically get access to all of the channels that are here. And there's a particular channel called rewards, little gift emoji, that you'll see that you can ask questions about the rewards there. Or you can message CY, C-Y. They are responsible for doing the mailings of the physical rewards and the community management stuff. You can message CY on Discord or also send them an email at CY, the name CY, C-Y, at thecodingtrain.com. You can always message me or let me know about it too. But it's, I'm trying to give this over to CY and have them really have the authority and responsibility of doing that. Okay. Don't be misled by my pineapple shirt. Coding with in the Cabana video coming soon. Maybe marching squares, but I'm going to do the Hilbert curve first. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much. I will see you next week on the Coding Train.
As always, I always forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm going to do this dot, this dot. I'm going to do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm going to this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. I'm gonna do the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, the this dot song. Never forget the this dot. Somebody compose that song for me. As always,
So this is random, this is noise, Perlin noise that is. In the core random algorithm, the actual random algorithm itself, those numbers aren't related at all. You pick, like, I'm picking random numbers between 0 and 10. 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 9, 4, 8, 9, 2, 1, 3. I pick 9 a lot apparently. But with Perlin noise, I might pick numbers like this. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6. Boy, this is like Perlin noise performance art. 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 9, 4, 8, 9, 2, 1, 3. I pick 9 a lot. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4. Boy, this is like Perlin noise performance art. 7, 5, 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 9, 4, 8. But with Perlin noise, I might pick numbers like this. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5. Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. This is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. This is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise.
Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. This is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. This is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. This is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise.
Apparently. But with Perlin noise, I might pick numbers like this. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5. Well, this is like Perlin noise performance art. I'm gonna say once again, here we go, sing it with me. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinate song. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinate song. Auto-tune and the internet will fix that for me. Sing it with me. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinate song. 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 Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. What else is there? Yes, kittens. Thank you very much. Kittens and rainbows and cupcakes. Notice that. Look what I get. I'm really losing my mind. Okay, let's do it. Kittens and kittens and kittens and kittens. 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 Kittens and kittens and kittens. Kittens and 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 kittens and kittens and kittens.
feel just sort of like a nice feeling of relaxation. Everything's gonna be okay today. Dream is not broken, it has not frozen. This is a wonderful thing. Okay, we're gonna do it. I'm really getting to something. I need my sound effect. Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. What else is there? Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. That was invalid syntax, I forgot. There was one other thing here that I think is important that I will use continuously over and over again in all sorts of text generation analysis things. That I will use continuously over and over again. The first thing I need to do is, yes, kittens. Kittens, kittens. I'm really losing my mind. Okay, we're gonna do it. Kittens and kittens and kittens and kittens. 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 Kittens and kittens and kittens and Das Vidania.